What's up, you guys? How's it going? Welcome to Motivation Monday. Sorry I'm a little bit later than usual today. Sometimes I'm earlier, sometimes I'm later. I know it's inconsistent, but I got a pretty active life going around all over the place. So I appreciate your patience. If you guys are on live for the first time, awesome, welcome. If you're watching this replay, then sorry I missed you, but just pop in and just roll the dice, baby. It's like Vegas on Motivation Monday when you're gonna end up live and when you're gonna not. So we are in a series, and we're going to continue on our series, part 3 of our series, about the distinctions and the differences between MS Worriers and MS Worriers. And today I want to talk to you about vision. Now, you guys know that I'm a big vision guy, right? Like and Misty is too. Like we set visions and have set visions our entire marriage together, and we've gone after those. And it has made a lot of the decisions that we've had to make a lot easier. Because when you don't have vision for your life, you don't know where you're going. Like, think about just the word in its entirety, or just in its pure definition of vision, is the ability to see. And when you have a clear vision, that means that you can see what's ahead of you and around you. But if your vision all of a sudden becomes cloudy, if your vision all of a sudden becomes dark, if you become blind, which many of you have experienced with optic neuritis and nystagmus and all that, visual issues, vestibular issues, like we can go through them. You know how scary and how shaken you get when you cannot see. Imagine living your life that way. Imagine living with such a clouded vision that you are literally blinded from the truth and the evidence and the proof of your way out that is literally right in front of you, but you cannot see because you allow yourself to continue to have clouded vision. So for number 3 today, MS Worriers can see with clear vision for their life. MS Worriers are blinded by clouded vision. So the clearer that your vision is for the purpose in your life, the clearer you are on why you are where you are right now, where you've come from in the past, and where you want to go in the future, the clearer you are on your purpose and your vision for where you want to go, the greater the chance. I mean, like 10-fold, 100-fold greater the chance that your dreams, your vision, your life by design will come true. And the reason why this happens is that Worriers, MS Worriers, have eyes of fire. You know, like, what does that mean? Well, fire is a natural form of light. Fire is a natural way, is an element that can purify impurities in anything. Anything on this planet. Fire can purify anything. So when you have eyes of fire, that means that you have a natural light shining in front of you, showing you the way through your darkness, through your dark times, through your valleys. And that fire also serves as an element and as an assistant to help you purify that vision, meaning that you can get rid of the bad stuff, the toxic people, the people who want to cut you down, the energy vampires, the dream killers, the naysayers, the haters. And you can turn your focus on the people who believe in you, the people who are there for you, the people who want to see you succeed, the people that celebrate your success, the people that see you in your flaws and love you anyway. The people that have tracked you not by the mistakes that you've made, but by the character that you've shown. And that's what they stand firm on. The lies in your head are burned off by the fire in your eyes because you know the vision and the direction that you're going. And the lies that you've been told and fed about yourself, about your diagnosis, about your future, melt away and are sludged off and drained off by the fire in your eyes for the vision that you've created. Because once you know that you have a vision for your life, there's no stopping you, because fire, once it gets started, is an unstoppable force. That fire that someone with vision has, that an MS Gym Worrier has, that fire in their eyes, that's focus. For the passionate love inside their heart to rise above MS, to rise above their circumstances. It's the love in their heart to fight for their MS Gym comrades standing beside them, their family members standing beside them, fighting with them, picking them up, supporting them, meeting them where they're at, accepting them for who they are, appreciate where they've been, empathizing for where they are, and cheering them on for where they're going. Because let's face it, you guys, war is fought for two reasons. It's fought to either impose force and gain power, or wars are fought to preserve the people, the places, and the life that we so dearly love. Those are the only two reasons that war happens: power or love. In my opinion, someone that is fighting to protect their family, their homeland, or their way of life is 500 times more powerful than any other force that can come against you looking for power, destruction, domination, and submission. You guys, as my MS Gym athletes, you have everything you need to fight that war. To walk peacefully throughout your day, but when it's time to stand up and fight, it's time to stand up and fight. And you don't have to fight through yelling. You don't have to fight through aggression. You don't have to fight trying to overpower someone. All you do is sit back, let it come at you, and then you use their body weight against you. You use their violence against you. You use their against them. You use their actions against them. You use, I think I said this, your body weight or their body weight against them. You take that aggression and you turn it back on them and just look at them and be like, you're just not going to win this one. See, people with cloudy vision, you guys, people with cloudy vision cannot see the solution to their problems, the alleviation to their pain, or the direction of their truth, even when it is sitting right there in front of them, because they have chosen to cloud their brain with negativity, with assault, with gossip, with doubt, with criticism, with defensiveness. They have chosen to keep themselves clouded. And what does confusion do? Clouded vision causes confusion on what to do next, where to go next, how to move forward next, and most importantly, who am I? And what do I stand for? Those with cloudy vision have no clue who they are. They jump on the bandwagon of the media. They believe the lies of people that don't understand them. They submit and surrender to the diagnosis that defines them. But the minute that a person, a human heart and spirit, erupts with a sense of belief and hope and love, because they were loved well and believed in and given grace and truth and mercy, because they were forgiven, because somebody said, I believe in you, you're strong enough to do this, you got this. The minute that switch flips, the clouds clear. The direction starts to be seen. The path becomes apparent. And you may not even know what direction you're going, but as long as you start stepping down that path that you're like, how did I get here? This just feels right. I should just go with this. That's when you start to have a decided heart. That's when you start to be driven by hope. That's when you start to be fueled by belief. That is when you start to get directed by your vision, because you can see where you're going. I have a favorite TV show, like one of my favorite of all times. It's called Friday Night Lights. I was a high school football player, a high school athlete. Like, I get it. Like, there's an obsession over sports in high school for a lot of people. A lot of people don't like jocks. A lot of people don't like athletes. Like, that's fine. A lot of them are jerks, okay? I had many a conversation getting in the faces of my teammates being like, why are you being a jerk to that special needs kid, or that theater kid, or that choir kid, or the smaller kid? Like, I got in fights over those that were disabled, the ones that were beat up, the ones that were different, the ones that were quiet, the ones that didn't fit the mold of the traditional popular kid. Because I wasn't always a popular kid. In fact, I kind of stood outside those circles. But anyway, I digress. I get back on track. I could go off. But Friday Night Lights is cool because it reflects the culture and the just the themes of leadership, of sports, of overcoming, of underdogs, of diving down deep, of like when you're in a losing season, like what the heck do you do? Like, I love that show. And I love it because of the main character, Coach Taylor, and his wife Tammy remind me of Misty and I. Like, they went through some stuff. They had people attack them. They had people turn on them. They had people only be nice to them when it was convenient and conditional for their needs. And then when they didn't fit their needs, or they went a different direction than what the status quo and the herd said they should go, they were ostracized. They had bricks thrown through their window. They had spray paint on their cars. They had all kinds of stuff. But yet they still persevered because they had a purpose. And that purpose for Coach Taylor was to lead his team regardless of what was going on outside of him. And one of his best sayings that he ever said, his team motto was, clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. So this clear eyes thing, that comes from you, Coach Taylor. So, like, you're awesome. But clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. Well, what does that mean? Well, when you have clear eyes, right, you have increased peace. Meaning that you're not stressed out all the time. You're not anxious all the time. You're not worried, frustrated, and just bitter all the time, because you're like, I'm cool. Like, I know where I'm at and what I'm doing. When you have clear eyes, you have confidence. When you have confidence, that breeds peace. And that confidence is knowing that you're on the right path with the right people at the right time, doing the right things, because that's what you want out of your life. And you have confidence knowing that if you've set a vision for yourself, that if you stay focused on that vision and you say no to everything else around you vying for your attention and the weapons of mass destruction being planted and set as snares for you, then you're like, I'm cool saying no to all this stuff because I know who I am, where I'm going, what I need to do to get there, and how I'm going to do it. Now, those are intrinsic characters: peace, confidence, hope, belief. But what about to the people around you? When you have clear vision, when you know what you're doing, it's a lot easier to be more understanding about people's struggles because you're struggling yourself. You guys as MSers have so many distractions, and I commend you, and that's why I tell you that you're my heroes. Your feet don't work. Your legs don't lift. You just wet yourself again. You had to leave a family function because you were having a cognitive breakdown because it was too loud and you were embarrassed. You have doctors give up on you. Your family walk out on you. You have children say, I wish I had a more active mommy or daddy. You see friends go and travel. You see people living out their dreams. You see someone in a job that you used to do getting promoted to the position that you wanted, and you look at yourself and be like, if it wasn't for this damn MS, I'd be there too. And screw them. Like, I'm better than them. Look at them. Their marriage sucks. They're a punk. They're fat. They're ugly. I'm better than them. Blah, 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 blah. And you start cutting that other person down to make yourself feel better. That's not what people with clear vision do. People with clear vision have an understanding about the struggle, and so therefore they see and they understand that everybody walking along the face of this earth right now is going through something. So their heart is more merciful. They extend more grace, which is defined as undeserved favor. They speak with more truth. They speak with more passion. They speak with more love, compassion, and understanding because they have gone through hell. And they understand that everybody else around them has gone through hell of their own. So therefore, it's a lot easier for them to step in and be like, I got you. I understand you. I understand why you went off. I understand why you said what you said. But that person with a clear vision will draw a line in the sand when it is time and be like, you're in my way now. You are consuming my time now. I'm giving you way more attention now. I empathize, I love you, but I'm out. I got to continue on my path. That's a struggle. That's hard to do. But when you walk in the confidence of your path and your direction with clear eyes, you got a full heart, which means if you keep moving forward, you can't lose. Now, the other thing that people with clear eyes, the reason why they have a full heart is because they know their truth. They know the truth. You guys know the truth. You can counteract that mess with movement. You can counteract that mess with mindset. The more educated you become about your body, the more of the more better, right? I'm going to say it, the more better like advocate you can become for yourself, so that nobody's going to dictate your direction. You design your treatment path. See, when you have clarity and when you have clear eyes and when you have a full heart, you can't lose because you make decisions based on that clarity of vision that increase your understanding, that increase your discernment, that increase your strength, your peace, your truth, your confidence, and your knowing what to do next, regardless of the next steps are safe, happy, and sunshiny, or dark, muddy, and wet. You have that truth to stand on. Because the opposite of that is a cloudy vision. Clouded vision, clouded brains, clouded eyes. And I'm not talking about cog fog. I'm talking about you don't know who you are. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. You don't know what you stand for. You don't know what you want. That's clouded vision and a cloudy brain. That adds to your stress bucket. That adds to your threat bucket. That adds to your symptoms. That increases doubt. That increases intolerance for those people who are doing better than you, and increases intolerance for those people who are different than you, or are doing worse than you, or are different than you. Cloudy vision leaves you in a state of defensiveness and fear, so you start casting blame. You start dropping skepticism. You start dropping cynicism. You start putting shameful comments out to people. You shame people for their success. You shame people for their failure. Because you don't know who you are. Because if you actually looked at yourself in the mirror in that state, you'd feel a little bit shameful for what you said, who you are, how you're acting towards other people, and how you're acting towards yourself. You don't need to live like that. Because with cloudy vision, you guys, cloudy vision, the clouds keep rolling in because you keep believing the lies in your head. You keep being defensive about the world around you because you're backed into a corner constantly because you don't know where to go. Because you're not allowing yourself. You're not quieting your mind enough. You're not shutting your mouth enough to actually seek the truth around you, to truly step onto and into the path which could possibly set you free. People with cloudy vision continue to make foolish decisions. And how you know you're making foolish decisions is your stress goes up. Your worry goes up. Your anxiety goes up. Your fear goes up. Your intolerance for yourself and those around you go up. Your impatience goes up. Your trust goes down. And you really don't know who to go to, where to go to, what to pay attention to. So all you do is bounce around all over the place looking for a solution, and every solution that fails you makes you feel worse about yourself, so then it's their fault, their fault, their fault, their fault, their fault that you're not succeeding and you're not getting better faster. People with clear vision can turn around and do this and be like, yeah, I know whose fault it is. Every single person on this planet, if you're trying to do something to change your life or change the life of someone else, make mistakes. They say stupid things. They may disappoint you. They may offend you. But when you look at the character of who they are, the leaders that are getting out there, putting themselves out there, which is you guys. You're taking a risk. You're taking a chance. You're putting yourself out there saying, I can overcome MS, when the rest of the world's like, no, you can't. Who are you to overcome MS? And you're like, I can overcome MS. You're putting yourself out there as a leader. You're putting yourself out there as a hero. You're putting yourself out there saying, I can, when the rest of the world says, I can't. And that takes courage. And the only reason that you can do that is because you have a clear vision about where you want your life to go. Who you want to become. Who you want to surround yourself with. And how you're going to get there. So your decisions become real easy, you guys. You either go towards the vision or you don't. You're either walking towards the decision with the people, places, events, and thoughts that you have are inside of you and around you, or you're not. So here's the thing, you guys. I know we talk about warriors, and that elicits this immediate sense of having to fight. Because MS is a fight at the end of the day. Like, I'm just going to speak truth. There's no candy coating it around. Like, MS is a fight. Life is a fight. Being a good person's a fight. Not saying things that you want to say is a fight. Putting effort into your marriage is a fight. Putting effort into your kids is a fight. Because you're fighting around all the stuff around them and inside them so that they can hear how much you love them. Like, you may tell someone you love them, but they may not even hear you because they're either fighting against themselves or fighting against someone else. So just know that. And the only way to beat that is to continually fight those things around them with love, compassion, empathy, acceptance, and just constant unconditional love. Because here's the thing, you guys, as MS Gym Warriors and as your own leader and your own hero in your own little world, you can't fight against people. The minute you name one person and you fight against one person, you've lost. Because us as a family, like, we're not out here fighting against people. We're not fighting against the medical field or the physical therapy field or the I don't even know who else is against us, the researchers or other MS groups or other MS workout groups or whoever the heck else it is. Like, we're out here fighting for the good, and the good is getting people the right information so that they can actually be exposed to the fact that MS can be beaten. When you fight, instead of fighting people, why don't you fight against the darkness that is in these people coming after you or coming after MSers, and fight for what's right. Fight for what's good. Fight for what's true. Fight for what's noble. Focus on those things. Let that drive your fight, because that means that you are fighting because you love people. And you hate when people are hurting. And you hate when people can't see through the darkness. And you hate just thinking about a fellow MSer out there just being lost and not knowing where to go. So again, continuing on this theme of just being a peaceful warrior, I just want to encourage you guys to really start thinking about the vision for yourself. Because when your eyes become clear, that vision becomes real. Your heart becomes full of the right stuff. And you can't lose. Like, you may be defeated, you may lose some battles, but in this gigantic war of life, you're going to win. And I know that because, like, I'm going through it right alongside you. I may be the one in front of the camera. I may be the one that's your leader. Take me to your leader, right? But at the end of the day, like, this is just my role in this family. This is what I was chosen for. But every single one of you in the MS Gym has a role. Whether it's as a leadership team, whether it's as a moderator, whether it's as someone in the free group, someone in the MOC, whether you're in charge of a buddy group, whether you're part of a buddy group, or whether you may just be the one that goes out and just finds these people that are brand new that just reach out to and say, hey, welcome, I'm glad you're here. Or the people that are hurting and say, hey, I understand you. I know what you're going through, or I don't know what you're going through, but I've gone through something similar, and here's what I did. Like, we all have roles in this place. So as a peaceful warrior, I challenge you. Find someone that's struggling today and reach out to them. Just ask them how they are. Find an MS gymmer who's struggling. Find someone who maybe you haven't seen in the gym for a while and reach out to them. And just say, hey, we were all thinking about you today. How are you? What's going on? We miss you. Because that's the biggest thing today. That's the biggest thing. That's why the MS gym is created. Like, we have awesome exercises. We have phenomenal education. We have awesome mindset training. And that's our common activity that we do together and the common language that we speak. But at the end of the day, this entire community is about community. It's about people. And everybody's life who chooses to participate and call this place home and value this place and love this place and love every single person in here, regardless of their actions on one day to the next. Who track the people in the MS gym, who track your fellow MS gymmers and see the people for who they are, how amazing they are, how valuable they are, and then letting them know. So I challenge you today to reach out to someone, because you have clear eyes, and your heart will be filled even more by reaching out to help clarify someone else's vision that has become very, very clouded by the lies and the fear and the lack of experience that they may have in the MS gym. They may just not have had their breakthrough yet. The sun may not have come out yet. So I hope this message rang true to you guys today, because it did for me. The only reason why I'm standing here today and the only reason why the MS gym exists is because I had clear eyes, a full heart, and I walked forward with faith and trust and hope and love, knowing that I wasn't going to always make the right decision, say the right thing, or do the right thing, but that I couldn't lose, because the conviction and the call in my heart and my spirit was so big and so much bigger than me that there was no way that it was from my own head. So therefore, it's something that I had to pursue, I had to go after, I had to run down. And that's why we're all here today. So I love you guys. Thanks for listening to me. I hope you feel me. And please, find someone else out there with cloudy vision who's hurting, who's having a rough time. Just let them know how much they're loved today, because the world needs it right now. Okay? The world needs it. We need it. You need it. And I know you can do it. So you guys are awesome. I'll talk to you later. Have an awesome Monday. Just know, like I'm with you.